Cool.
Yo. We in here.
Mm-hmm.
We in here.
We in here.
Now listen, y'all not gonna know this, but I've done this about 5 times now. So Alex is like really annoyed with me. But it's my turn to do the intro, and I just keep messing this John up. I keep messing this John up.
Oh.
So yeah, man. We back. This is episode 3.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you in advance for staying. I'm Courtney, better known as Kurt Cobain.
I'm Alex Black.
And this is the Cool in Real Life podcast where passions and purpose align.
We back.
We back.
Yes, ma'am. Dab. Oh. And I always gotta make a little exclamation like I'm an old woman because I'm stretching across the table.
You be like, what's that about?
I'm fragile.
Yeah.
Now we back. So we gonna jump right into this thing. What's your life like?
Can we pour some water?
We can.
This sounds like so gimmicky, but listen, I actually drink this
all the time.
Mountain Valley, cut the check. Cut the check.
Cut the daggone check. She literally has cases of the big Johns.
Yes.
You pour it away from the mic.
I'm all in the mic with it. But
yeah, the big cases at her house. She keep them on deck. Drink your water, folks.
Drink that water, man.
Stay hydrated.
But yeah, man, we back.
Yeah,
What's
man.
your life like?
What's your life like?
You want to start off?
I will.
All right, go ahead.
What has been going on this month? Not a whole lot. I think the biggest thing that's been going on with me is creating a routine. I realized that I have goals that I want to hit. I want to look a certain way. I want to feel a certain way, and I'm never gonna get there until I just start, even when I don't feel like it. But I know that setting a routine, I realize something about me is I do good when I know I have to check a task off every day. When I wanted to do a 30-day squat challenge, I've created little boxes and I would write dates and check it off.
Okay.
That kept me wanting to come back. I got to check this box off. So let me make sure I do it. So
okay.
I've tried to just move that same mindset into creating my routine. So I've been getting up at 5 a.m.
Wow.
To hit that gym.
But you get up at 5 a.m. anyway.
Not to hit the gym.
So you getting up at 5 a.m. just to be in bed, you just might be scrolling.
Right.
Doing the things, checking the group
right.
chat,
because
the CIRL chat.
Right, don't sleep through the night.
Yeah.
And so, but I've just been trying to make it a point to get up, hit the gym when I can. I'm still trying to figure it out on the days I have to go into the office. But that's been helping, getting up, getting in that gym, taking my supplements.
Okay.
And just doing little things and adding it to my list to make sure that I'm checking it off. So that's been the most positive thing that has happened this month, something that I'm really looking forward to doing daily.
Okay.
So that's really it. Just doing that.
So you feel better after going to the gym and everything?
Yeah.
Outside of having to check off the boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've lost 3 pounds.
Nice.
Right. Who do I think I am?
Who you think you are?
I don't know, but I'm looking good. Okay, I'm trying to look good. I'm trying to be a stallion this summer and not a donkey. I keep saying that.
What?
I want to be a stallion this summer and not a donkey.
What about a mule? They
no asses. Okay. I'm trying to be a thoroughbred. Shout out Red Dead Redemption.
Not Red Dead Redemption. Right on par.
Come on. You see how I did that?
Y'all gonna catch it right on par, man. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. So outside of that, what else? What else you been getting into this month?
Just listening to music. We all know what's been going down this month.
Been going down this month. Sheesh.
Man, we gonna mention it a little bit.
We gonna mention it.
Okay. I've been getting into this Kendrick and Drake.
Okay.
Okay. Just a little bit. I know you don't like the song.
It's not that I don't like the song. It's just that I don't like when I go everywhere and the same song is playing. It's like it doesn't give you a chance to really like vibe with it, man. It's like now they playing it. Now Mike Tyson hopping off the private jet, doing the Jake Paul John like to the they not like us.
Child.
You know, I'm not against it. You know.
Yeah.
I understand why Kendrick did it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate him for doing it. It's kind of like the nail in the coffin.
Definitely was, for sure.
You know, but my heart go out to Drake, OVO. October's very old, man. You know what I mean? He took, you know, us Scorpios, man, we took an L on that joint. I can't even rep it. You somebody call me OVO. I'm slapping. I'm slapping down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's.
But no, I think that it's much overdue, man. They've been going back and forth for like 12 years, man. Like it's about time. Like I'm glad that they both got it out. It was. I felt like it should have stayed a little bit more on wax. You know what I mean? I'm not really a fan of like bringing children into things, just because of what that might do to the child as they're growing. But in this thing called rap, there's no rules to it, man. Like once you open up the floodgates, what you get is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be rules. Drake broke them first, and so he been getting.
Kendrick did give this man rules. He not rules, but he did give him boundaries, like guidelines on, if you do this, this is what I'm gonna do. But if you stay here, it could be a healthy spar. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that they got it off their chest. I'm glad that they were able to. And I feel like it's still not done.
He really doesn't like that man. So
I don't know who dislikes Drake more, DMX or Kendrick. They asked DMX, you like it? No. I don't like his hair. I don't like his clothes. I don't like none. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
DMX, man. Rest well. But yeah, it's still not done. There's no closure with it. I think we have to fall back on wanting instant gratification. Like people are looking for a response in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Growing up, we did not have rap beefs like that. Sometimes it took months, even a year, for a rapper to respond to something. But boy, when that Ether dropped, lights out.
Dun, dun.
Lights out. I'm not even going to do that.
Right.
But yeah, you know, I think that we have to be mindful. Like everything's not going to be like, okay, he said something. Okay, this person's going to come back and say something. I don't like that part.
Yeah.
We got to learn to chill. I feel like we would have gotten a much better rap beef if people allowed things to naturally unfold, man.
I feel that. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Just setting my routines and getting into this music.
Word.
Per usual. Figuring out stuff. We're always brainstorming with Cool in Real Life. Like, how can we make it better? What can we add? What can we take away? How can we do this? You know, with that comes just a whole host of feelings, you know, in and of itself. So that's it.
What kind of feelings came up?
Just like frustration, like not with each other, but just like with the process, and like sometimes feedback, support, like looking for things in certain ways. But then, you know, I always like shift my thinking, like, you know, it is what it is. Even before you hit me with you never know who's listening, how they're listening, you know, and different things like that.
Yeah.
I always like would bring myself back. Like, going into it, I didn't have that mindset of like, that's why I was like, I'm not paying attention to like numbers and, you know, different things like that. It just helps me to just focus on the work that we're doing, you know, so I can continue to find enjoyment in it. So that's it. Every time a little like twinge of a feeling would come up, I'd feel it for a little bit, and then it wouldn't last long. Yeah.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me just the other night, what's the hardest part of the process of like starting Cool in Real Life?
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly like the numbers.
Yeah.
/ like support.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Or feeling like you might not be getting the support, but you don't know. You don't know who's watching. On YouTube, those numbers have no faces to them, so we really don't know who's watching.
Right.
We don't know how many times they've watched.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't know what people's text threads look like. You know, people could be sharing the link, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I get that.
Mm.
That's definitely probably the most frustrating part.
Yeah. And then just accepting that folks gonna do what they want to do. Even if when we say put it in the comments, they're gonna hit that text.
Yes.
You know, so we just gotta accept it.
We done said, hold on, because I know you don't really like looking in the camera, but I'm gonna look in the camera. We done said, put it in the comments, please. We love the support. We love the outpouring. Put it in the comments because people need to see your comment. People need to see your comment. You know what I mean? Some of the comments some of the messages that we received were so like profound.
Yeah.
I redirected it like, yo, thank you for sharing this, but please go put it in the comment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, hit up the comments. Please. Just because we want other people to see how you feel.
Yes.
And then that will entice them to share.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a constant thing. So, yeah, I feel that.
That's it. I know you've been saying things too, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you. What's your life like?
Just been busy with work.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do my little detox. Not a little, but I wanted to do a detox.
Yeah.
Last episode I talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to get around to doing it. I just been really busy. So just trying to find the time to fit myself into the schedule.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because like Cool in Real Life is for me.
Yeah.
But it's not me.
Mm.
Because it's us.
Yeah.
Right? So just trying to find me time.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to music just like you. What else can I say? We started a new book with the book club. So for the month of May, we're reading The Hidden Life of Trees by Peter Wallaben. So this book is something that I've been wanting to read.
Yeah.
Kind of got some opposing responses when I said that we were going to read this book.
Really?
Yeah, because people are like, come on, Court, you really want to read about trees?
And you know what? That's why you didn't go with your initial feeling of wanting to read that the first time.
Excuse me, yeah. Because I didn't want people to be turned off by it. My whole thing is with the book club, the whole premise of it, the whole reasoning for me wanting to start it is to read literature that, even if it's something totally different, like about trees, like how can we then have heartfelt discussions, deep, thought-provoking discussions that bring forth wellness.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, tapping back into nature and understanding that things that we see every day, we see trees every single day, we know nothing about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just understanding how they communicate. People don't even know that trees communicate.
Right.
They don't know that trees communicate with each other. They don't know that trees communicate with other species, other animals, insects, all types of things. So just being able to, if a tree can communicate with an insect, I should be able to communicate with you. I'm sorry.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's the premise of wanting to read this book. So I did challenge people to step outside of what their preconceived notions,
right,
and just give it a chance, give it a try, give it a shot.
I feel like you did a good job. If people was tapped into the episode 1,
yeah, you
did a wonderful job of explaining how we can learn from trees. Like, you gave a good overview and breakdown of the book. So if people was tapped in, they would have known what the book was going to be hidden for.
Yeah, they are tapped in. I think some people may be thrown off with the writing style.
Okay.
I'm a science major,
Mm.
so reading factual literature is not hard for me.
Mm.
It's still an easy read, just like reading like a story, like The Alchemist, But
Mm.
I see that some people are finding it to be a little bit more challenging.
Okay.
It's not as easy of a read. It is kind of like real factual.
Mm.
So yeah, man, but they still gave it a shot.
Okay,
They
good.
still gave it a shot. So just reading about trees and just trying to get my life right. Um, what's your life like? Trying to get my life right.
Okay, bars.
And that's pretty much it, man. I don't really have much to share.
Yeah.
Music, books.
Music, books, and you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So we gonna move on right into the topic for this episode.
I'm happy that we're doing this topic.
Yeah. I only got 2 things on the list.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I got no things on the list. I came unprepared.
Okay, that's
but
cool.
We're gonna have a great conversation. It's gonna be a great episode because this is something that we're both really passionate about.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about video games.
Okay.
Yeah. Courtney and I are definitely gamers.
Yes.
What was the first system you ever had?
First system I've ever had that I'm cognizant of playing is the original Nintendo.
Yes.
I know my parents had the Atari on Smash, but I remember the Nintendo, and always having to be like, shout out my older brother. I always had to be the blue character in Double Dragon Thought. Like, come on, man. I always had to be the blue bull. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember like my parents playing Mario. Fun times.
Word.
Yeah.
I think I've had so many gaming systems. Like we had the original Nintendo. Shout out to having older siblings though. She had the little gun with the junk because we was playing Duck Hunt.
Yeah, Duck Hunt.
I think she had the little pad too. That was before my time. I think that was before I came around onto the scene. So we had that. We didn't have the Super Nintendo.
Boy, I still have my original Super Nintendo.
Do you?
That my mom got me for Christmas.
Hold on to it.
It was like early 90s.
Yeah. My dad had the Segas. He had the Sega and he had the Sega Genesis. No, my cousin had the Sega. My dad had the Sega Genesis, the big joint.
What's the difference between the Sega and the Sega Genesis?
I feel like one of them one of them held like 4 or had like 2 in it. It was big. It was bigger than like the regular Sega. Yeah, I remember he had that joint. And then the controllers were different. It had more buttons on it.
I always thought the Sega Genesis was like the Sega like.
Nah, it was 2 different kinds. I remember. We're gonna have to look it up.
And this is in the 90s? Dang.
Right when I used to go up there, because he had the Mortal Kombat, Eternal Beasts.
Word.
I used to play like all of that. I had that.
We had the regular Sega Genesis. We didn't have the big body.
Yeah, he had the big body. The big body bins.
When you have the big body bins.
I didn't get the Nintendo 64. I didn't get the Dreamcast, but then I've had every PlayStation except for the 5. It's definitely PlayStation over here over Xbox.
It's time to get the 5, dog.
I know I'm coming, but like we
come on,
we ain't even been playing. Like
yeah, but that's why we ain't been playing because I'm not.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
You don't even be playing your 5.
Listen, I had to take a step back because I was playing 2K. I started playing 2K, and 2K is like a cash grab.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to throw all your money into it to build up your characters and stuff like that. So I kind of like. I realized that I was like falling back into spending a bunch of money on games, and that's something that I don't want to do. So I had to fall back.
Yeah.
So that's really why I stopped it. But, and also like, we be busy, man. Like, it's not as easy. Not there being a little fly in this John.
Oh, now you want to kill that?
I really don't like killing insects.
Not that you apologize.
That John gotta go. That John gotta go.
Fun fact about Courtney, she does not like when you kill insects. I killed a wood bug in my house the other day. Why you kill it? Why you didn't let it outside?
You could have sat it outside.
Nah, he scared me because I thought it was dead, and I went to go touch it, and he hit the Harlem Shake on me. And I was like, ow! Here you go. Why you would just put him outside?
Yeah, man, I try not to kill bugs. I try not to kill anything if I can help it. If I can help it, I try not to. There's certain insects that you do have to get rid of that carry disease. I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta get this fly out this joint. This thing is going.
That's crazy.
This is a blooper like a mug.
Oh
well, we giving them the real.
Yeah.
Cause we a podcast. We kind of like a real podcast. We not polished with it.
I try to be polished with it, but I don't know if I.
Now we gonna be looking around the whole episode looking for this mysterious fly. Come on.
All right.
So yeah. So PlayStation 5 is the one that you don't have.
I don't, because it's like all of the games that I wanted to play, I already have on the 4 and I beat already.
I feel like they dropped the ball with PlayStation 5 though.
That's it. The original
like
content
come
isn't
out
there.
with the original content like they thought that, like we thought that they would have. So I don't blame you for not getting the PS5.
That's really it, and they were going to though. I saw some games that I was interested in, but I think like the hype died down because it was so hard getting them daggone systems in the beginning.
Yeah, and we went to Best Buy today to go get some mics for previous future episodes, but they had a bunch of PS5s right in the back, like just chilling.
And it's like once in the beginning, when they were like teasing those new games, like Deathloop, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Stuff like that you couldn't find, and then the resale prices on it was crazy. That really took me out of the game. Like when people like hike up the prices and stuff like that, that really pisses me off, and then it just turns me off from stuff.
Yeah, man. Reselling has killed a lot of different things.
I never would have thought it would come to video games though. I never would have thought, like, just seeing how the sneaker culture was, I would have thought it would have stayed with apparel. I didn't see it moving over into everybody snatching up PlayStation 5s and hoarding them and upping the price.
But I mean, when electronics that are popular are hard to get, when they're hard to obtain, it happens. It happens with iPhones all the time, like Apple products all the time. Like you'll literally, like when a new iPhone comes out or a new Apple product comes out, you literally see people in line just there to resell. You know what I mean? So
I don't think that I ever put that together too, because it's like, why are you? I just can't envision the phone selling out. Like if you can't get it that day, it's gonna come back around. They can order it from, because I used to sell phones, so they can order it from a store. You know what I'm saying? Like
because man, it's that feeling of
instant gratification.
The instant gratification, or instantly wanting things, you know what I mean? Like not wanting to wait, even if it's a week. You'll spend $200, $300 more for it just to have it right then and there. You know what I mean? Or let's say your job depends on it. Like let's say you're into tech and you have to make a video. I don't know. It's very foolish to me. Because, like you said, they're readily accessible. But those PlayStation 5s were not readily available for like years.
Years, though.
What was that about?
Crazy. It's like, bro, and it's like, are you doing it on purpose now?
It's kind of like, you know what? I wonder if other industries have looked at the resale market for sneakers and tried to replicate that and mimic that, and they really played themselves. Because what happened was, like, now nobody really cares about gaming at all. Like I don't want to say people don't care about gaming at all, but for us at least, it's just like, man, nobody got time for that.
I don't see what the draw is, except for like being on the same platform with the homie. But it's like the games we would play, we already got on PlayStation 4.
Right.
All of the games.
I think that's what it was, like when they made it cross compatible. Like when they made it like this gen can still interact with the previous gen, can still interact with the new gen. Yeah. Because remember when PS3 came out, when PS3 was out and then PS4 came out, they kind of like stopped it. Yeah. And people were jumping from PS3 to PS4, and there were like incentives to do that. Right. You know what I mean? There's like with GTA 5, there was an incentive for the players who ended up jumping to the PS4. Right. And you weren't able to play with your homies on the PS3. Like you had to get the actual, new device. So they kind of like, I guess they knew something was going to be, I don't know if there was like maybe a manufacturing issue.
Well, I think because they really don't have original content for real. Yeah. To keep up with the demand. So I think they knew, like, okay, we going They released all the banging game. God of War,
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, Grand Theft Auto 5, still hot. 2K, like all of those things were PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
They was like, okay, we just gonna make it cross compatible. People can still we gonna ride the wave of the success of those games. And did not. And then they had a bunch of PlayStation 5 exclusives. I don't think that they did well.
No.
So you're not gonna try? I think they've just been putting all of their energy into GTA 6, probably.
I think that, but that's not necessarily like Sony. That's Rockstar. You know what I mean? Like, Rockstar needs to put all of their energy into GTA 6. Sony's not necessarily gonna be a part of that, right?
Yeah, but but that just goes to these different companies, like Sucker Punch, like a Rockstar, Activision, things like that. What are they doing?
They're still coming out with new games.
Not PlayStation, not like PlayStation exclusives though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not tapped in enough to. I'm not tapped in enough to really know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not tapped in enough. I like what I like. You know what I like? I like Dead by Daylight.
That game scares me.
That game is so fun. Like, when you find people that know how to play that game, and it's the four of y'all, and you got the killer chasing you.
You used to try to get me on that game all the time.
Put you on the meat hook.
I'm not playing for Freddy Krueger to come or Jason. Come with his slow walking.
That game is so fun though. It's so fun. It's so fun.
I will watch you play.
Yeah, and that's honestly, like, I don't know. I think that's why I stopped playing too, because I didn't really have anybody that wanted to play the games I wanted to play. You know what I mean? Like, I no longer want to play GTA 5. Like, we've been rocking with that joint since
2013.
Yes, like we done rocked with. All right, so we done had we started playing that when it first came out,
right,
on a PS3.
Yes.
Then we ended up getting PS4s.
It's no way this game should be on.
Bought it again.
Yes.
Ended up creating a whole GTA squad. We had about like 50 people in our crew at one point.
Let me tell y'all what Courtney did. Because y'all know, like, you guys are getting a taste of Courtney's creative energy in this cool way. She used to have these crews. You had them people in prospects. Like, they couldn't just join the crew after a while. They had to, like, wear them gray T-shirts.
It was levels to it. So, so on GTA 5, we were like, yo, we want to play with more people like us. Like, i.e., we want to play with adults.
Yes.
I don't want to get on and hear your little boob up baby in the background cussing.
It was definitely little babies on there.
There's a lot of little babies on there, man. Like, I'm not trying to play with somebody's child. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Like, I'm not trying to do that. But, so we set out to, well, I really set out to create a space for us so that we were comfortable. Like, whenever we got on, we could play with chill people our age. We could crack inappropriate jokes if we want to. We could talk how we want to talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ended up creating a squad, Midnight Marauders, on GTA 5. And we ended up, I think the most members that we had was like 50 members at one point. It was like, we used to run the lobbies, man. We used to run people out the lobbies. But before people could join, there was levels to it. You had to get stomped in first.
And wear them T-shirts.
Yo, we used to have like a circle around the person. All right, yo, you ready? Yeah. So you know how, like, when you on the game, you make it so that you can't hit each other. You can't hit people in your crew.
Right.
You ain't in the crew yet.
Right.
We gonna stomp you out.
I'm getting their head knocked.
Yeah, they got their head knocked off a few times, and then they had to we went more biker style. So they had to put on the prospect shirt. They did.
Before that, like, when you used to have them car meets, if you didn't show up to that car meet in the kind of cars Courtney told you to, you got to get up out of here.
Facts.
She's like, because nah, beloved.
The car meets was crazy. The car meets would have like over 20-something people at them. So how much the lobby hold? Only 30 people or something, right? The whole lobby would be the car meet.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just people from the crew.
Mm-hmm.
It was other crews
Mm-hmm.
coming through with they shit,
Mm-hmm.
with they stuff on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to curse. But they coming through with their stuff on. So like I'm like, yeah, nah, we got a rep.
Yeah.
And we had the fire color. We had the jet. Come on, man.
The super jet black.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we met some
Cool
really
people.
good people, like just involved in their lives.
Yes.
Meeting them in real life. Shout out to Rush.
Shout out Rush.
Shout out Salami.
Rush. Rush is tuned into the pod too. Shout out Rush.
Yeah.
We done. So this is what I'm saying. Like we've sat with GTA 5 for so long. Like I literally was in my undergrad.
Yeah.
Think about it. I was in my undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
Not married.
Mm-hmm. Same.
No kids.
Same.
We done seen people get married. We done seen people have kids. We done seen people's kid who already had kids get older. And they still playing the same game.
How did you bring it to 3 systems?
Like,
that's crazy.
Greed.
Yes, because once they put that them shark cards on there.
Come on, man. And it's not and I get it, like get your money. Like I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
But like come on, you gotta give the fans what they want. You gotta give the people, the gamers, what we want.
Right.
Like, and then it's like, okay, the ones of us that got tired of GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, we like, yo, we just gonna slide over there until GTA 6 drop. They didn't even pour no resources into that joint, man.
That was trash.
That was so trash.
They did
that
them
game
so dirty.
was so good.
Right.
And my character was Flea.
Yeah.
I had the bear skin.
One thing you gonna do is create a fly character.
One thing I'm gonna do is put that on.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put that issue on, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what we've created. That's really why we wanted to have this conversation, though, because I think that there's like this misconception when it comes down to video games,
right,
and people who game.
Right.
I think that, like, number one, like, we're viewed as nerds.
Mm-hmm.
All the other, titles, but like I've met some lifelong friends by way of gaming. I've been able to meet people around the entire world by way of gaming. I've had some of the most profound conversations in our PS chats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually was a tool to keep us connected as friends, because I moved away to Texas.
You did.
I stayed out in Texas for like 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then you moved back to Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And we both I'm originally from Jersey.
Me too.
Alex, I can't really say you from Jersey, dog.
I mean, I was born there.
That don't count.
I don't claim it like that. I mean, I do, but it's like all of my family still lives there on both sides. We're the only ones who came down. I was born there. But we moved to Virginia when I was 2, so I've been here.
That don't count, man. You from Richmond.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I guess
but like,
born in.
We went to high school together. Okay, I moved up.
Her mom popped her out in Jersey, but that's pretty much it.
I moved up there my last 2 years of high school. That's how we became cool. I don't think we ever explained like how we became friends.
Yeah, we never explained our friendship.
All right, so here I come. 11th grade. I moved from Richmond, Virginia, up to Williamstown, New Jersey. This young kid up in here, I ain't know nobody except for my cousins. And then me and Courtney met junior year. She used to look just like me. She used to have the same rap.
Yeah.
Just like me. And we became cool. And remember that time my dad cut all my hair off?
Yes.
This is a tangent.
Yo, like she was trying to find somewhere. She was trying to find somewhere to get her hair done. Because, when you live with your pop, like your pops really don't be, because I lived with my pop, and pops really don't be knowing.
Yeah. They
be having us out the house looking all any kind of way. So she came to me and she saw my hair. We called it a doobie.
Mm-hmm.
I had a doobie, and my hair used to be like kind of to the middle of my back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, yo, like, where you get your hair done? I'm like, yo, don't even worry. I got you. I'm going to put you up on game.
It was weeks. I had been waiting. All I needed was a little trim. I just needed a little trim. No, you did. You never did, beloved. You never did. You never did. And so I got tired of waiting. I was like, Dad, just trim it. All I needed was this much gone.
He took this much.
Courtney, it was up. It didn't even. It
You
wasn't
came
even down
in
my
with-
back no more.
Came in with a bowl
You
cut.
know those rubber bands that you tie the end of beads with.
The Black Jones.
That's what I used to put my little bunny in. After he cut my hair. It was gym
Nah.
class. I remember pulling you to the side. And I told you what happened. You was like, show me. And I pulled you in the showers and took that little rubber band off. And you was like, yo, I told you to wait.
I was so mad at your dad,
Oh,
yo.
God, yo.
I'm like, yo, why he do that?
I cried. Like,
You was crying. You
'Cause-
did have tears in your eyes.
because it's like, and I should have known. Because
Yo.
why you still cutting?
No, but listen, I was diabolical back then. Like,
Nah,
I
you
used
was-
to
oh,
laugh
God.
at everybody and everything.
Oh,
You
God.
know what I'm saying?
You
I
cooked
ain't-
me.
I ain't laugh at you though. That's how you know I was really cool with you, because I ain't laugh at you. That John was crazy. Your pop is wild for that.
And then whatever he tried to say to justify it, I was mortified, yo. Everything was gone.
It came back though.
It did. You know, when you cut it short, it grow back longer and thicker.
Yeah, it came back.
It
That
just, I
John
had,
was
I had to
crazy.
go
Pop
through the
was
black
crazy.
rubber band period for a little bit.
The black rubber band is crazy.
Nuts.
The black rubber band that you put at the end of braids is crazy.
Nuts. Not a hair tie, a black rubber band. Oh, God.
What was you wearing on your head to hide it though?
I had to put it in the tiniest of buns. A little baby M&M, a peanut M&M in the back of my head.
You had a little beady beat back there.
Shout out, well, nobody paid me no mind. I was just going to basketball practice. Shout out to, that.
Dang.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, you used to wear them little headband Johns, I think.
Okay. In the game.
Man. So yeah, man, like us, then you went away to college.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did my little trifling 20-something-year-old doing nothing with my life
Yeah. And then
type
when
of moments.
I was about to move back up
Mm-hmm.
after college, and I remember hitting you up, just like, yo, because we hadn't spoken, we kind of lost touch, and I was like, yo, I'm about to move back up,
Yeah.
and you did, and it's been on and popping.
It's been on and popping ever since. Like, we ended up, I think that's what I love most about our friendship. Like, we have so many common interests, like, just our love for music, but not even just music, but vinyl records.
Yes.
I done talk. Yo,
You taught me how to dig.
for the people in Richmond, y'all know Music Hills, Shorty, and all that. But I'm the original. You know what I'm saying? Say now,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. You know, by way of teaching you how to dig, I was like learning myself. You know what I'm saying? And we would. This is a video game conversation. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so I say all of that to say that video games really saved our friendship
Mm-hmm.
when there were
Moved the
literally
way.
like 1,000 miles in between us.
Yeah.
That getting on the game was like going to a bar, grabbing a drink, or going to brunch. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, what we did in real life, we used to just link up and do on
we
the
just
game.
used to do it on the game.
And I don't think that people, and that's why I don't understand the stigma around it. And I don't know about like other cultures. I just know about my culture. And I feel like I see a lot of people say, if you over a certain age, you shouldn't be gaming. Like, I just expect you not to be gaming. Like, and it's like, for what though?
Right.
Like, what's the problem with that? And I don't think that our partners at the time really like even understood how that was like a connection for us. Like,
Yeah.
this is how I'm connecting with my homie. Like, I don't like talking on the phone, but we gonna get on that game and get in the chat and just like,
Yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah.
You got them sticky bombs? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, you got good with them sticky bombs too.
Mhm.
But nah, like but we also if we are going to be honest with ourselves, we place that stigma on people too though.
Mm.
Because I remember
Oh,
Hold
shout
on.
out to her.
you already know what I was
I
saying.
did.
We had that we placed that stigma on people too, because I remember we found this lady. I don't know how.
Cause you was in them adult like trying to find the adults.
Baby had to be at least 65.
She did.
man.
She did.
She was with it. We met two senior citizen gamers, man. It was why you laughing? Why you laughing? See, that's the
You
stigma.
had to call them senior citizens.
They senior gamers.
Nah, but you know what? Because I remember us having the conversation for the first time. Like, yo, you think we gonna be gaming when we 50? You think we still gonna be gaming at this age? Like, I remember us.
Yeah,
like
we was in our 20s, man, and like 50 something. So it felt so old to me at the time. But like now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, that's not even old. Like, I would love to game with a person that's in their 50s. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, they were around. You have to think about it, though. They were around when gaming first became a thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, in the very beginning. So, if you really love video games, can you imagine being a gamer on the original Nintendo? Like, a whole gamer.
Yeah.
And then it just grows and grows. That's going to be us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I still like want to be amazed by like how good the graphics look or how real it look. Child, I remember GTA San Andreas came out and I just thought that was the most realistic with him hand looking like this.
Right.
A whole block.
Looking
and I
like
was like, yo, this is so detailed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great game though.
Oh my God. We're going to get to that.
That was a great game.
We're going to get to that. I want to know like top 5 of all time.
Video games? Man, how you going to throw me on the spot? These are questions that you got to ask me beforehand so I can like, all right, let me tell you my top 5. Super Mario World.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that on the list. Donkey Kong Country.
Okay.
The second joint. With Diddy Kong. I like the
not the baby.
Man, the first joint you was just Donkey Kong, I think. But when Diddy Kong came through, the second one, Donkey Kong Country 2. And put that on there. Capcom vs. Marvel.
Okay.
Where I'm at 3. I'm gonna say it's either between GTA Vice City or GTA San Andreas. I think I'm gonna go with San Andreas because you could do more. It's like it took what Vice City was and it just amplified it. You know what I mean? And it changed the way, open world games would be.
Yeah.
At that time. And then I'm gonna go with GTA 5. GTA 5. That's not really like a good list. That's a list on the fly. I say those things because I don't want to say that they're like top 5 games of all time, but those are the games that resonated with me the most.
Yeah, for you, it's yours.
Like Super Mario World when I was young coming up. Like I used to play the crap out of that. You know what I mean? I used to know all the hidden boards, like everything. It amplified Super Mario World, Super Mario 3, which was like out of the 1, 2, and 3. Super Mario 3 was crazy. And Donkey Kong Country was like crazy for me. Like the freaking soundtrack on that joint. I remember when I was a kid, I used to just like. That's why I said Donkey Kong Country 2, because when I was a kid, I used to love the music to the game so much that I would pause the game and just let the music play. And I would like clean my room to it. I would allow it to be like a soundscape to my room. Like that's probably like my earliest like fondest moments of like getting into instrumental music. Or electronic music, you know what I mean? It was by way of Donkey Kong Country, you know what I'm saying? So if you really know, you know that soundtrack on Donkey Kong Country 2 was crazy. GTA has just been GTA has just been like a franchise that I have sat with for so long.
Yeah.
That so yeah. And Marvel vs. Capcom, you could even say Smash Brothers. Or you could say, what was it, 007 on the Nintendo 64. Those are all games that kind of like changed the game.
Yes. All right, so I'm
She
gonna
looking
go.
at the people outside the room like they be mad loud and obnoxious for no reason. They're annoying.
Yeah. Um, let me see. Top 5 for me. I'm gonna go. I think it was Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega. Once I learned how to get that bicycle kick down, it was a wrap. With Liu Kang,
Yeah.
that was my first move out the gate. I'm holding down button and C,
Yeah.
letting that joint go, and then that was my first move as soon as I got the bicycle kick down. So that just like Liu Kang, and then like even now, I just go back and like look at the history, of the fighters and whatnot. That was one of my favorite games, like the Mortal Kombat franchise period. But I think Mortal Kombat 2, just for like nostalgia purposes,
That was a good game.
it's got to be like in my top 5.
I don't like top 5. I don't like top 5.
Okay, well, just for today's purposes, we doing top 5.
I just feel like a better question would have just been like, what's like some fondest games? Because I want to say NBA Jam now.
You can
But it's
you
not.
can still do that.
But it's not fair.
These ain't your questions; they mine.
Okay. Go on now. Go on.
Okay. Mortal Kombat 2, and then I want to say, and this is not in any order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just naming some of my favorites, and it's really not recency bias. I'm going by like what games like really moved me the most. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the best games I've ever played. I've never seen a more beautiful game.
Really? Wow.
Than Ghost of Tsushima. Like, cause you didn't beat the game yet.
It is a beautiful game. I'm not gonna hold you. It's a beautiful game, but I wouldn't say the most beautiful.
It's the most beautiful, like, to me, cause I'm going everywhere in the game.
Wow, what's that one game?
So like coming, it's still in the beginning. I couldn't believe that this was still the intro. Like,
Word.
You come in, you splitting off with Yuna. She's telling you to go here, and then that music like starts.
Yeah.
And then when he comes through the forest and he like leans down and like lets his hand graze the flowers, I get chills like every time.
That game is super cinematic, man.
It's super cinematic, and just like even the photo mode they had in it is next level. Like, I've never seen a photo mode mechanic that works like that. Oh, it's so good. So Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorites of all time. Red Dead Redemption 2, because I played both.
Okay.
I didn't play on End of Nightmare because, again, I'm the scariest person, one of the scariest people you ever meet, so I didn't like them zombies. I didn't play that. Red Dead Redemption 2 is
That's a beautiful
one
game.
of the best games I've ever played. Like, story-wise.
That story was crazy. That's why I didn't understand why Rockstar didn't like pour into it more.
I think they it wasn't making money like the online system in
because
GTA
the
was.
adult gamers wanted to leave the Rocket Boys, the young kids with the rocket ships on GTA 5 alone and just play a game. Like, but you have to also listen to what people want. People loved when. All right, go ahead, finish your list and we'll get into it. I'm so sorry.
You good? What was it? What did I say? Red Dead Redemption 2. And I think I'm gonna put both of these on the list. San Andreas and Vice City. To round out my top 5. I remember being in the 8th grade when Vice City came out and trying to convince my mom to let me get that game.
Word.
And I was like, man, I was like, you could go to church. Because in the trailer you saw the preacher. So I was like, yeah, it's a church in there. I'm gonna take my character to church and like all of that. Child, please.
Wow.
All I was doing, a friend of mine bought it for me. That, and then San Andreas.
You really told your mom that?
I did.
Wow.
I ain't lie.
That was so ingenious.
I ain't lie. I went to that little cornerstone church. And then I found another church in the vineyard. They had like a winery out there. Yeah, you can't go in, but I went to church.
I thought you was going to say you was going to find a church in the strip club. Because them gays be having
never
strip
go
clubs.
in there. Heck no, yeah they do. I couldn't. boy, if she ever, well, she gonna know now.
She gonna know now.
She gonna know now. Yeah, they had strip
Mom,
clubs
I
now.
was in the strip club.
Well, they made me go.
You wanted to go up in there.
They made me
Come on, go put that good fit on.
You
man. We
had
going
to
the
go.
strip club, man.
We did used to.
We used to go, man. We used to do everything.
Yeah, we did. And then San Andreas, I think to round it out, like that was just such a good game. And then picking out the characters, like, is that Samuel L. Jackson out here? Is that Faison Love? Like,
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
Like,
Right.
that was just the best game. That map was huge. And like my favorite thing is being able to do so much. So being able to like customize a character that much, you could actually eat, like,
Yeah.
you could
work
get fat,
out.
you could work out, you could
everything.
learn different skills, you could change the hair, you could change the bit. It was next level for me. I was like, this is my favorite thing to do. And so yeah, I think that's
I loved being
my
able to
favorites.
customize the cars.
mm-hmm.
Like, got the flat top with the
blade
with the
yes.
big dookie chains.
Yes.
Man, yeah, that was a great game. But
Mhm.
I don't know if I would put the earlier side of GTA's franchise over like a GTA 4 or like a GTA 5. I loved GTA 4, and I don't feel like it gets a lot of credit.
Oh my God, I was just about to say that.
It just doesn't get the credit that it deserves.
They don't. It doesn't.
Why would they not remake it?
I think that, and this is why I want to talk about like soundtracks. I've learned so much music from video games across genres.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta take one of these up off of there and put Tony Hawk on Pro Skater on there.
I was gonna say Tony Hawk. Like Tony Hawk, had people in the chokehold. It's a couple of games that had people in the chokehold, especially when the PS1 dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hawk, Resident Evil.
It was scary. It was scary.
But even that snowboarding game, I don't even know the name of that joint. It was a snowboarding game.
I know what you're talking about, like SFX or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was, games were cool. But what I was gonna say is like, I love GTA 4 because like that's when they had the Ballads of Gay Tony. They had the Lost
and the Damned.
The Lost and the Damned.
The DLCs.
And it's like DLCs was like a thing that they kind of like stepped away from, and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Like, that's even more money.
Because they realized that they could put it all in one.
Yeah, but you could still do the online portion and do the DLCs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do both.
Well, they do DLCs. Just they're not like that story driven.
But that's what I'm saying. People want story driven DLCs like how it was with GTA 4.
Yeah.
And the fact that they stepped away from that, and they tried to make it all like kind of like online based. So now you're bringing some of these characters back around in the online universe, but it's like, nah, like we want it separate.
Yeah.
We want this to be separate. We don't want this to be tied in with online.
Right.
These are missed opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of great games out there.
Capitalism just ruins so much, man.
It does. I'm really surprised that you didn't put this game on the list. L.A. Noire.
I struggle with that.
How did you not put that on the list? Or
Bully?
No,
because I'm gonna put. I didn't play Bully. I'm gonna put like.
You didn't play Bully?
I didn't play Bully. I barely got away with Vice City, dog. Come on.
Bully is way better than like you could have.
I couldn't explain that. How am I explain that?
Yo, like Bully. There was the Warriors game.
I played that.
Fire.
I went back and got that. The Godfathers. I want to talk about L.A. Noire like in terms of, because I do want to talk about like our favorite soundtracks.
L.A. great soundtrack.
What? I don't think people put enough respect, and this goes back to GTA 4. GTA 4 had one of the best, because they have radio stations.
Right.
They had some of the best options. They had a whole jazz station. I'll be up there listening to John Coltrane, but they had Raheem Devon on. I was like, yo, this is next level. Nobody's like really doing it like that. I'm gonna put GTA 4 up there above San Andreas for me.
Really?
Yeah, and I like the fact that they always have like a dope like DJ. So like Mike Bivens was one of the DJs on. We listen to the black stations. Pam
you
Grier.
listen to the classic rock stations too, child. Don't do that.
Definitely do.
You do.
Because that's why Vice City is number 2.
You hop in her car, she listening to freaking Bon Jovi. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cut this joint.
First of all, no, I don't. but it's okay. No, that's why Vice City is one of my favorites because it was the 80s. So Flash FM, I listened to that one the most.
I feel like Vice City was like with the radio stations, man. Like Vice City had a crazy dope like.
Yeah.
But I just love GTA 4.
So good.
I just love it, and I really don't understand why it doesn't get more credit. I really don't understand why they never remade it or remastered it and redistributed it out. Like I don't, because we know that Rockstar wants money. They love money. Why not give people what they want? They done remastered Vice City and San Andreas about 10 times.
Failed.
It's on mobile. Now it's on Netflix.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
You can play games on. I don't even know how.
I think I saw that and I didn't understand the concept, so I kept scrolling. Like, what am I finna do with that?
What am I gonna do with that?
I'm playing with my remote.
Yeah, like what am I doing with that? So I don't understand why they wouldn't come back out with GTA 4, but LA Noire was one of those games where it was cinematic. It resurfaced my love for jazz.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Decision making. Had to learn some decision making skills on that joint.
Yeah, some of the best guns.
That game was really, really cool.
Yeah.
That game was really cool.
I liked it a lot. And I liked the story. Like just finding out like it's like he's running from his demons from in his motherland. So
yeah.
And then with the cousin Nico, oh my god.
Oh, you talking about GTA 4?
Yeah.
I was talking about LA Noire.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
I was talking about LA Noire with like the soundtrack of that.
That was crazy.
Resurfacing my love for jazz.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that game was back then. The way that you are so passionate about Ghost of Tsushima now. What?
And I just thought of another game, Mafia 2.
Mafia 2 was really good.
And that soundtrack, like though LA Noire and Mafia 2 was ones I'm letting sit on the home screen so I could just hear the music.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's a top 5 is like it's not
hard.
fair.
It's hard.
The top 5 is not real. I just play too many games.
Yeah.
But when you were talking about Ghost of Tsushima like being a really, really like beautiful game, what is it called? Horizon Zero Dawn. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Like I think that was one of the first games that I realized that like wow, you could really get into your photography on this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so scenic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I would be remiss not to say GTA 5 because GTA 5 is all of the franchises like in one and being able to take it to a whole nother level with like having crews. I've made movies on GTA 5. You did. I've done photography on GTA 5 like crazy. So, and you used to be able to share your photography.
Good.
And like some of the things that people were doing on there, so creative. So I pray that they keep that on par with GTA 6.
Right.
I pray that like and it already looks like based on the trailers that I've seen, it looks really, really beautiful. You know what I mean?
I've only watched it like twice.
I know you were trying to keep it for the pod, and I'm like, nah, like just enjoy it.
Nah, I not even like for the pod because we thought maybe we might do a reaction thing, but just like when it's closer to actually being released, then I want to start like diving into it more because it'll be tangible. Like I can see the finish line. It's like, all right, I'm about to get this in a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That.
I don't want to tempt myself, too much.
I feel that.
So,
yeah, but it's beautiful. I see why it's taking a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at it now. Like I think that when they showed the trailers, like okay, I'm cool with waiting.
So much going in.
Yeah.
Into that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, video games has taught me so much. Tony Hawk like really put me on to that like grunge, like that punk rock, and that like that 90s rock, like Sublime and different bands like that. Had me in the whole X Games era. So Tony Hawk was definitely one of my tops. But we saying all this to say like Let your people play them games, man.
Yeah, man. I think that, like, for introverts especially, people who like to just kind of be indoors with it,
Yeah.
we still want to be connected with people, but just on our terms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that, like, we last episode we talked about mental health. Excuse me. Video games definitely is a way to either help the mental health or harm it. It could cause harm too.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure we'll talk about both. I know that, like I said, like when I moved to Texas, like it's an area I've never been in before. I knew no one there. You know, I'm making a whole new life there.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have video games, I would have been lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't have that type of outlet so that you and I could be connected, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, me being in Texas, I've dealt with a lot of depression in Texas. It's a culture shock. You know what I mean? Like when I tell you, like, I'm really like East Coast all day, like I don't know if I can fit in anywhere else. That's how much I love the East Coast, like just the diversity, everything about it. You know what I mean? And moving to the Bible Belt, it was odd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just very odd. And no shade, because I met some amazing people that I probably take with me for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I've met people that I love very, very dearly in Texas, but because of me feeling isolated there, I used video games to escape. And that's like the harmful part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're no longer tapped into your actual reality, you're using it to escape reality. So now you're not doing the things that you need to be doing. And I think with my previous relationship at that time, I think that's the part that she became frustrated with. You know what I mean? Like I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing because I'm on that game.
Okay, I get that, but also the environment that you was in was not conducive.
It wasn't.
For healthiness.
It wasn't.
Okay, so you was on that game.
I was on that game
and
because
other
that was
things
healthy.
suffered as a result of it, but it wasn't because you were just being neglectful.
Yeah.
The situation was foul and happening first that drove you to be on that game. I ain't gonna let you do that.
Much love.
The hell.
Yeah, much love. But yeah, I think that I've noticed that though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is when I know that I'm going through something, when I'm on the game a little bit too much for me even.
Like a hyperfixation.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I did it with that little mobile game, man.
Yeah.
That joint was cold though. That joint was cold. I had a whole little Discogs on, not a Discogs, a whole Discord.
One thing you gonna do is like get into something and like create your own thing. Like you really gonna go all in, whether it's the GTA 5 cruise or this little mobile game. Oh, we can create our own, like it was like these territories or territories. And here you are the governor of that joint.
Yeah.
And creating discourse, like you know, you bring that level.
I was the leader of like 100 people.
Yeah.
But then it's like these little territories in like a bigger state. I became the governor of the whole state.
Yeah, I slid up out of there.
That joint, yeah, you slid up out of there. Yeah, that joint was crazy.
I popped into the Discord. They like, who this? I'm like, I'm scared up out of here. It's not for me. We don't got to do everything together, dog. I'm gonna let you have it.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, man, I think that I don't know, man. If you have a person in your life that loves the game, I just think that people just have to have grace. Like it's a great outlet, man.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. Like you don't know them people. Yes, I do.
Right.
Yes, I do. Like we spend so much time talking.
Yes.
Like we've talked about relationships. We've talked about our issues on a job. We've talked about parenthood. We talk about so much stuff on these games.
Right.
Like these are my friends now.
Right. That's the beauty of too, like gaming with other adults.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we were able to find like people who were like our age who was going through like real life stuff.
I'm literally still cool with everybody we gamed with.
Yeah.
They're
and seeing them grow up like with their families.
Yes, they're all on social media, like you know. And I know that but we also grew up in a time. Let's put some respect on it. We grew up in a time when the internet first became a thing, and like child predators were,
for sure.
You know, a lot of kids was coming up missing, like meeting people online. So like when you approach the online space, you are very skeptical of like,
right,
who are you? So
yeah.
For the longest, I did not like open myself up in that way to like allow people that I played with online to like add me in real life. I wanted to keep it very separate.
Yeah.
But I mean, we spent so much time with the same people.
Yeah.
The same like 10 people. It's just like, yo, y'all are like family now.
Right.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, it could definitely like get a little weird on there. And this is like one of the things about being a woman who games is, shout out to the people who actually like are streamers who do it. They take a lot of abuse. Like they go through a lot of abuse just having to. I was listening to this one girl. I think she's playing Valorant. She's a Twitch streamer, and the guy was on there. She must have been whooping on him because he was like, have you ever been R-worded? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no. And he was like, do you want to be? Like, it was like threatening her with that. And I could see her like immediately trying to report him. And she was like, that's not cool. He was like, but what if I like it? Like, he's like, just being so like offensive and just threatening her with that act. And so she's trying to get like the companies involved. Like, I'm tired of going through this. Like, yeah. And I watch another woman who games. I think she plays, it's not Overwatch. It's one of those other games I don't know how to play. I don't know what's going on. I'll just be looking.
Yeah, yeah.
And just I see the men just in her comments and the things that they say, it's just off the chain. So, and that's why crazy. Like I originally had like a woman character in GTA 5. I made her look like me.
Yeah.
But like men play with women characters.
Yes, they
all
do.
the time.
And we be knowing it be men.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ain't slick.
So when I actually like got on the mic and like people would find out that I was actually a woman,
it was lights out.
Oh God, it got so weird. So I was like, let me just go ahead and make me a man.
So you were getting like weird messages and stuff.
Yeah, like, and then like if we're playing,
yeah,
then I come on the mic, try to say something. Oh my God, oh, it's like you're actually a girl.
Yeah.
Then you're taking it to another level. You know.
Right.
Oh, you sound good. And then you're making inappropriate comments and all kind of stuff.
When that happened?
No.
Yeah.
This was before like we actually started like.
Cause I don't remember
playing.
that.
No, it was happening. Cause we didn't really play together when I had that the girl character. I had to get her up out of here, child.
Yeah, man, we both rock with the guy characters.
Courtney used to come out and this is what pissed me off, because you wouldn't play for weeks. Like the DLC been out. I've been had everything the day it dropped. Cause I used to know on Tuesdays it dropped.
Yeah.
Here you come. A week later, we getting on at the same time. I come pick you up. You coming out the house with the same clothes on as me. Everything that they released in this DLC, and you gonna put that shirt on with the same hairstyle.
Yo, listen, we got the same taste. We got the same taste.
Oh,
yo. We got the same taste.
Yeah.
But nah, you always can tell when a guy's playing a woman character.
Mm-hmm.
They be mad discombobulated.
Like what?
They be kind of a little bit harsh in the face.
Yeah, heavy up here.
Heavy up there.
Boxy.
Real boxy.
Box Chevy in the
yeah. putting the boots on with the fur around the brim. Like,
your makeup look bad. You ain't blended at all.
You could tell when. Yo, but that one dude that we used to play with, his woman character looked spot on.
Who?
Mike.
Mike had a woman character?
Yes.
I just know he got real weird, and I forget who he played with.
A woman.
Huh.
The whole time.
Okay.
The whole time, and I commend him for it. Cause he looked, he really cared about how she looked. You know what I mean? But he did get real weird.
Because we used to run them. Can we say this? Them glitches.
Yeah.
We used to run them glitches, okay? So if you coming in the crew with us, we would get you a lot of money, basically.
Yeah, we would get you a lot of money, man. Like that was one thing that we prided ourselves on
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Man, or prided ourselves. I don't know how.
Prided.
Yeah, we prided ourselves on that. Cause it's just like that's the one thing that people want to play the game. You want to be able to buy the things.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was our catch grab. Like, yo, come rock with us, man. We fly over here. We could get you all the money. Everybody was like, millionaires.
Right.
Not even just regular millionaires, but like having like 500 million in the bank.
Right.
Chilling.
Right.
I miss the squad.
Remember
man.
that one time? It was this young boy who played with us. We had to, because we were trying to run that heist. We picked up a random little teenage boy. This was when we used to do that first bank heist. Remember, we used to put the Karumas down. Somebody had to run down.
Yeah.
And so people got the money on the back, and we trying to tell them like, stop coming outside.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not. Boy, the money going down. We know it's you.
We know it's you. That's pack standard.
He never saw the pack standard. We gave him so much money after that. Like, he just was thanking us. It was so cute. He's like, oh, my God, guys, thank you so much.
I don't remember that.
I do, because he was so thankful. He was like, if you ever need anybody else, just let me know, and I'll play with you guys.
Man,
little baby.
I've given so many people so much money on that game, like, just running glitches for them all night, like, not even needing anything. Because I'm like 100 billionaire on that game. Like, I don't need any money on the game. So, like.
Me.
Yeah. You used to actually miss all the glitches.
Yes.
Because you just didn't get on the game as much. You was trying to.
Because at the
time you was trying to, be a good wife, a good partner. You wasn't trying to, you wasn't trying to. You couldn't. When you're in a relationship and you're living with your person, you literally can't be on the game all day, every day. We used to be on the game all the time for hours. Like.
Yeah.
You weren't able to do that. That's just irresponsible at that point. I don't even know I was doing it. But I'm not mad at it. Like, it is what it is. I'm happy I did it. But, yeah, man, that goes into me. I remember I asked you because I remember we used to play, and I honestly got upset when you weren't on the game as much because I know that you loved it so much. And I remember there being, like, a shift.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
You want to go there?
Yeah, let's go there. Wish I had an adult beverage.
There ended up being a shift, like, with you trying to be the woman that they wanted you to be, but not necessarily the woman that you were.
Yeah. Woo. Oh. Let me take a swig. That still hurts me.
And I remember myself in the squad, we instantly felt it.
Yeah.
Especially me, right? Because, like, even though the squad is a family at this point,
right,
you're my in real life best friend.
Right.
So, I remember just having those feelings of like, wow, like, I feel like I'm losing my friend. You know what I mean? I feel like my friend is actually being taken away from me. And I know that my friend loves doing these things, and I wish that, we could. It's like every time you got on the game, bro, it was like you got released from prison. Like, yo, let's throw her a party. All right, we running the. All right, give her some money. She ain't got nothing. Man. She done missed like all the glitches. Like, it literally was a release party for you every time you got on the game. Like,
yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. And I remember you asked me the question, like, do men really like women who game?
Yeah, like that.
No. They don't, unless they game themselves.
Yeah, I don't think guys like women who game. Like, I don't want to
generalize.
I don't want to generalize because there's a lot of men out there that are open to their person being whoever they choose to be.
Exactly. And that takes a certain type of man who this brings her joy. I want her to be joyous and enjoy whatever she wants to do. And if that's this, let her do it. You either got a man like that, few and far between, or if he games himself and like understands. Yeah. But just regular degulars, no.
But them regular degulars be having gaming systems and they be really faking the funk. You be thinking that they gamers, and y'all, no, you just got the system. That's it.
You like that one game.
Like, you're not a gamer.
You're not a gamer. Or if you are, and it's like, some they feel like, some of them feel like, okay, this is what I can do. I'm a man, you know, whatever, but you shouldn't be doing that as a woman. Some, you know, some people feel like that too, but
yeah,
it's not this is why I need to be by myself.
I wouldn't say you need to be by yourself. You just need to find somebody that's going to accept you for who you are. You know what I mean? I remember those are the conversations that we used to have on the game. Like we were having like real conversations. Like, man, you know, why? You know, I remember just asking, well, why?
Yeah.
Don't he like Gears of War?
That's it.
On the Xbox. don't you know?
Who bought it for him? Me.
So, you know, but then I met my colleague. Her and her husband, they play games together, and I find that to be so dope. Like I remember trying to teach my ex like how to play games. Like I would love to have a gamer, like somebody I'm rocking with, be a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fire.
Yes.
Baby, watch out! Watch out!
Right.
Ah!
In the other room. Too.
But yo, I've met a lot of gamers like that though, where I'm playing with a couple. And they're in separate rooms, but they're engaged with each other virtually.
I think that's cool.
But I wonder, in real life, what is your relationship like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've seen people who, like, 'cause, you know, I watch a lot of vloggers. I see people who, like, game together, especially, I think one of the ones where it lets you, I forget the word, starts with a C. It lets you do like the co-op thing. Switch. I don't have a Switch. And so I've seen people like they'll be with each other doing that regular relationship stuff. And they want to get on the game. Well, let's play this game real quick. And they'll like take out the little Switch and they'll play it. Like
that's dope.
You can still, you could do is especially if both of you all enjoy it. I don't see like I haven't seen it like being a problem. It's just like another thing. And then you can like really, especially like geek out. Put all of like the paraphernalia, like the collectibles and like all of the stuff. You know what I mean? You don't gotta worry about that. But
all right, let me ask you this question. Do women like gamers?
No. If she game, I think it's the same way in reverse. Because I've seen that discourse.
I'm sorry, I feel like I gotta put on for the fellas a little bit because I feel like they go through that so much.
I've seen the discourse coming. When I was saying about the stigma about in our culture, I saw a man say that like you shouldn't be gaming. But then I have seen it a lot from women who complain about their man being on that game, being on Madden, being on 2K, being on whatever he plays. So, ladies, just back up off him a little bit. You do everything in moderation, right? You cannot, if you're in a relationship, just neglect your partner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do still got to do that, but let these men play that game.
Yeah, especially if you have a man who's like not going out.
He's not going out. There.
He's not going out. He's not going to the club. He's not going to the bar.
Exactly.
He's not going out drinking with the fellas. He's not going out cheating on you. He's in the house, and that is his recreation time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I just think that, like you said, everything in moderation. Because I wonder if women felt pleased by their connections with their partner, would they even complain?
Right.
Because I feel like and I don't want to generalize, right? I don't want to generalize because video games, I mean, it is a male-dominated space.
Yeah.
And men know that. They know that it's a male-dominated space. So maybe they look at, like, if they're dating you, why are you on there? Or is it safe for you to be on there? You know, what kind of interactions are you having on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they feel uncomfortable with you playing with primarily men, ego bruised. I think that it's just it's all a misogynistic way of viewing it. You know what I mean? But women, I feel like women are more receptive to having a man who plays video games because guys play video games, right? Fellas, you just gotta do the things.
Just do the things still.
Just shut her up.
Yeah.
That sounds very harsh.
It did. That's why I had to take a little pause.
But shut her up in a good way.
Yeah.
Shut it on up and shut it on down. And when you shut it up and shut it down, then you can go down
Then you
in,
can
in
go
your
down and
man
play that
cave
game.
and do what you got to do.
That's it.
But you got to shut her up and shut her down in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying that in the, yeah.
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 That's it.
And I ain't
She
even
just
talking
want to
about,
spend time with you.
she just want to spend time. Do the things.
Take her on a date still. Like, do all of your regular,
Watch them corny
relationship
shows,
things.
child.
Yes.
I don't want to be watching them shows. But
that you triggered.
Man, I done went through a breakup because I ain't want to watch the show.
Yeah.
But you got to do the things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to show interest in your person.
Yeah.
Period.
That's
like,
it.
That's it. You have to show interest, and you also have to be responsible with your time. You have to just carve out the time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be on the game for 5 hours, man. That's
Right.
a long time.
Right. Unless it's your like livelihood. Some people make a lot of money like on.
Or it's the weekend. You want to just kick back and chill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if you have kids, you have a partner.
Right.
You in the house playing video games for literally 10 hours
Can't
out of
do
the
that.
day. You can't do that.
You got to be present in your
Beloveds,
relationship.
You can't do that. You got to be present in the relationship with your partner and with
your
your
kids.
children.
Exactly.
And with yourself, because you're really not in.
Mm-hmm.
You're really not tapped in with yourself if you're consumed on the game all day.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to learn that.
Yeah. Everything in moderation, like I said.
Yeah, man.
And then you'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a give and take like on both ends. Just please be present in your relationships and always. And then ladies, like, give that man some grace and let that man have his own time.
Let that man have his own time.
And vice versa. Men.
Let that woman have her own time.
Right.
Let that person have their own time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they might not identify as a man or a woman.
Right.
Let them have their own time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just let people have their own time. Because I'm telling you, man.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
What else we talking about?
That ain't it. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Shut it up and shut it down.
That's all you got to do. Drop a little
off.
Yamin off.
Chop the Yamin off.
Put her to bed.
No, we're giving bad advice. Because I thought I was doing that.
You triggered yourself again.
And then I got in trouble for not staying in the bed.
Oh, God. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, give and take. You know, got your Yamin off.
Yeah, but it's not about just having the Yamin off. It's about I don't want to feel like you just came in and did that and then you left me.
Okay. So then you should have just held a little bit.
Nah, like, I think that I think that you just got to read the room. You can't just drop the Yamin off
and then dip
and
immediately.
Then dip.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to have to tell the homies, Yamin, I got to drop the Yamin off.
Just marinate it in a little bit.
No. That's bad advice.
In the bed. You just saying.
No, what I'm saying is, like, after there's intimacy after.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by marinate.
And I mean, you gotta marinate all night.
All right.
You gotta marinate all night.
All right. So and then
can
go in there
resume
tomorrow.
The next day.
Okay.
I'll holla at y'all later.
Sometimes you're gonna have to tell the homies no.
You gotta tell the homies, listen.
No. Yeah.
I know y'all wanna run these games on 2K. I gotta tap in.
Yeah.
And make my shorty tap out. Okay?
On the series. All right, man. All right, man. I was about to get serious for a second. I don't even remember what I was going to say. Boundaries. You got to set boundaries.
Yes, boundaries.
Set them boundaries. Like, sometimes you do have to tell the homies, nah, not tonight.
Yeah, man.
I'll pick back up tomorrow.
Yeah, man. You have to be present, man. Because I've like I said, I've gotten in trouble for that. Like, thinking that, oh, no. Like, that's very lackluster.
It
like,
is.
you could leave a person feeling cold doing that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Get off the game sometimes, man.
And on the
these are
flip
gamers
side,
saying this. Get off the game.
on the flip side too, when you were talking about reading the room, sometimes you as a partner need to do a better job of paying attention to why your partner is spending so much time on the game. Am I pouring into them enough? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Am I loving them and paying attention, you know, in the relationship? Am I being present on this end and fulfilling them so they don't have to feel like they have to, you know, spend so much time here?
Right.
Also have to pay attention to things like that and just be intentional. You know what I mean?
I think overall we just got to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it's kind of sad if you going on the game and you working out on the game, you getting buff on the game, but you ain't getting buff
in real life.
Come on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, you know, you see the need for this.
Right. But not for yourself? What's that about?
What's that about?
Madness.
That's when you know that the person has a disconnect between themselves and reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they are now, their reality is virtual. You know, they are that character. You know, these people that are out here role playing, they really become warped in that.
Facts.
I've seen it happen, and I've almost fell into it. Like, I could see how people can fall into that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, man, we just got to do a better job of setting healthy boundaries for not just the people that we're dating, but for ourselves. Like, all right, especially if you're single. If you're single and there's no checks and balances, there's no one there to tell you to get off the game. There's no one there to, tap in and check in with you.
Tap in with yourself.
You gotta check in with yourself, man. You gotta guide yourself. Yeah.
That's it.
That's all, man.
It's really easy. You know, it's not that hard to be able to do both. So I just take the pressure up off these people, man. Let them have their outlets. And then when you're in your outlet, just make sure that you are still being present in real life things. Yeah. And that's it.
Get outside and touch grass.
A little bit. Sometimes
the grass in Ghost of Tsushima is really, really nice.
It is.
But you got to get outside and touch grass still. You know what I'm saying?
Let it itch you a little bit. Go lay in that grass.
That's crazy.
Sometimes you need to be itchy.
That's crazy.
Sometimes you need to be itchy just to remember what life feels like.
I don't know.
I'm outside. I
don't know if I want to.
I ain't been in the grass in years. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Nah, but yeah, get outside and touch grass, man. Get outside and feel the sun in your cheeks, man.
Vitamin D.
Pause. Feel the sun in your face.
All right, man. Wrap this up.
Feel the sun in your face, cause I don't want somebody to hear that and be like, "What are they talking?"
Exactly.
Feel the sun in your face.
Feel the sun in your face.
You know what I mean?
Your top cheeks.
Yo, shout out this episode. I feel like this episode kind of showed a different side to us.
Yeah.
We got some feedback. Yo, y'all gonna have a lighter topic? I'm tired of crying.
My bad. We tired of crying.
But we gonna cry.
Right.
We gonna cry, man.
Yeah.
Facts. Like, we gonna get these tears out. But it does feel good to have a more lighthearted conversation, and laugh and joke. Right. And you know, that's awesome. And maybe after this, we probably gonna go play some Ghost of Tsushima. I'm actually very good at that game.
I'm really about to show you what the photo joint looked like in there. So yes, we are.
I'm really good at that game.
You are. You used to have me online.
And that's crazy because that's your game.
I don't play the online. I be in the story mode.
The online is crazy hard.
Very much so.
But
remember that first
really
time we was trying to wrap it up. But remember the first time we played online? We was trying to like go up from silver to gold.
Yeah.
We got wrecked.
And then the next time you came on, I was platinum or something like that. And you was like, what?
I was like, Courtney, you don't want to start off in silver? Nah, come on up there. Nah, man, come to the goal. I was like, all right, man.
I kept you live the whole time.
Let me just be the healer. Like, here I come. I need help. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yo, I think this is a good time to also say that we want to build community, right?
Yeah.
We know what it feels like to have a crew. We know how healthy that is. What that has done for us personally. We want to extend it to the Cool in Real Life family.
Yeah.
In due time, we do want to make a video game club. We actually would be. It would have been a bad moment not to announce it on the actual episode where we're talking about video games.
Right.
But yeah, man, if y'all are interested in gaming with us, a lot of games are cross-platform. So even if you have an Xbox, you know, there's certain games that you can still play with us. We can still vibe out.
Yeah.
But we're primarily I'll never get an Xbox. I'm not even going like I'll never get an
like it at all.
Xbox. But if you have a PlayStation, yo, we locked in.
Yeah.
Eventually we're gonna start a video game club. More information to come out of that in the next couple of months or so. And we try and get this crew going.
Right.
I'm hoping that when GTA 6 drop, we can have a CIRL squad.
With the colors?
Yes.
With the CRL on the shirts?
Yes.
Yes. Like we used to do Midnight Marauders?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the plan.
It's lit.
That's the plan. So, drop in the comments if you would be interested in playing video games with us, vibing with us, or drop in the comments if you want to see us stream.
Yeah.
We could possibly start streaming whenever we get on. That'd be fun too. So yeah, man.
Yeah, and then you can see like how crazy it get when me and Courtney play together.
What you mean?
It'd be crazy. Like sometimes I'd be scaring you and you'd be scaring me. Ow! Like I done hit the left out of nowhere, or I threw the sticky bomb too close and it blew up our car.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
I think that streaming might be something people might be interested in.
Yeah.
But the video game club, I promise you, like tap in. I promise you, yo, you don't want to miss out on that. We definitely have
we have a good time.
We have a great time.
Yeah.
A great time. Yeah. That's it, man. We wrapping this John up. Just giving y'all a heads up on where to find us. You can find us on all social media platforms. We're primarily on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram at cool__IRL. That's pretty much like our hub. That's where you can see all things cool in real life. And then we're also on TikTok. We're on it's the same cool__IRL. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. This is on YouTube.
Yes.
Please subscribe
and like.
Please like and comment. Please, like, we need you guys to support us. Like, we can't do this without you guys.
Yes.
We're trying to get our subscribers up. We're trying to get our engagement up. We can't do it without you. So if you like our content, if you like what we're doing, if you believe in what we're doing, please share it with others. Share it with others. You know, send it out to the group chat. Send it out to even your mom. You never know, your dad, you know, your little brother, your little sis, your coworkers. Send us out, man. And then also, you can also hear us audibly, primarily on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
But there's other platforms. I don't know all the platforms, but those are the two things. If you're listening to us on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, please rate us. Please drop a rating. We have really good ratings on Apple Podcasts. But Spotify fam, we know y'all out there.
Right.
Y'all took the poll. So we know.
You know, and I'm thinking maybe they don't even know. All right, man.
Pause. I gotta catch myself. Because I don't want nobody out here. Like, God forbid Camerona may see this.
Okay.
I gotta pause that. I'm sorry.
Y'all
participated in
the voting system.
System.
I don't think that people. You may not know that. God dang it! I was about to say taking a poll. Now you got me. Okay. You may not know that rating is something that you can do on Spotify because you probably have been going there primarily to listen to music. Or if you are just listening to your podcast, it is something, if you look and you go deeper in there, you can give it a rating. It's something that I didn't even pay attention to.
They don't make it easy to find.
I mean? They don't. So you do have to do a little due diligence and go looking. But just please take the extra 2 seconds just to scroll and give us those 5 stars. Por favor. We'd appreciate it.
Please. We would really appreciate it. And as always, we're going to come out with the monthly music playlist. We got some great feedback. We're going to keep dropping these playlists for y'all each month.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it, man. We did another one. We got another one down in the books.
We did.
Yeah, man.
Good
How
job.
you feeling?
I feel good.
I feel great.
That's
Ready to go play some video games, dog.
Let's do it.
That sounds so cheesy, but I'm being so sincere. I'm ready to go play
We haven't
video
played
games.
in a while.
We haven't played in a really long time.
So, like,
it's time.
It's time.
Yeah, man. We out.
Well, it's the Cool in Real Life podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you again for staying. We out this thing.
We out.
Cool.